Do this particular recipe if somebody is dragging what belongs to you. If you are fighting with somebody and you know that that particular thing, maybe you are dragging a land or you are dragging a property, or there is something either spiritual or physically that you are dragging with somebody, and you are the owner, rightful owner of that particular thing, and the person, because one reason or the other, he's higher than you or he knows people more than you, he's trying to intimidate you in order to take it away from you. This recipe is for you. And if you are the type that you have been suffering spiritually, physically, and you think that this particular thing that you're going on is as a result of somebody did that to you, all right, maybe the problems of your finances, your marital life, and every other thing, you think that this is somebody that is doing it to you, whether you know the person or you don't know the person. So in safe, everybody is free to do this recipe, because let me tell you, this fight we are fighting in this life is a spiritual fight, is a spiritual battle. Sometimes somebody that is very closer to you might be the one that is doing you, or might be the one that is causing you a lot of problems without you knowing about it. So normally, generally, this particular recipe is for everybody that needs liberation. All right, but if you have somebody that you know that has been threatening your life, or that is holding what belongs to you, and hold it very tight, do this recipe. I tell you, before 7 days, that particular thing will be released to you. So if you want to know about it, keep watching while I share with you. Good morning to you all, good afternoon and good evening. I greet you all, depend on wherever you're watching me from. Thank you for joining me today. If you're a returning subscriber, I love you. If you're new, my name is Promise. So please, in this channel, I share about the spiritual tips and health tips, how to use natural things for these uses. So if you find it helpful, it's something that you want to know more about, please do subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you will always be notified whenever I upload a new video. And you can as well go down, there is a lot of videos that is going to help you both spiritual and health wise. So welcome and God bless you. So like today, I am talking on how to use this for liberation. Like I told you, everything, maybe you are joining for the first time, all we are doing is that we are using the naturality, we are using the things that we use in daily basis, the things that we eat, the things that we deal with every day to solve our spiritual and health issues. All right, so in today's video is all about, maybe you have a land and somebody is dragging the land from you, and you know that this thing belongs to you, or maybe even if it's not land, it can be anything, or you are fighting with somebody, or somebody is taking you to the court, somebody are frustrating you, somebody is trying to intimidate you, and you know that you're an innocent or you're not guilty of that. Try this amazing recipe, you'll be free and free forever. All right, or this as well, like I said earlier, anyone can do this. Maybe you're suffering and you felt, oh, this thing that I'm suffering is as a result of somebody manipulating me. Go ahead and do it as well, and by God's grace Almighty, God and the universe will fight for you. Now this is what you need to do. You have to get an onions. All right, I think you know that spiritually onions has a lot of spiritual benefits. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing one after the other how to use onions for your spiritual benefit. So you are going to like, you will buy a bag of onions. When you start knowing the secret or the spiritual benefit of onions, you will know that it's not all about eating onions. All right, now after this particular one, you get your onions, just one onions like this. Now you get a plain sheet of paper, you get a pen. All right, now you are going to, let's assume you know the name of the person. Like I said, maybe this is a physical fighting, dragging of something, and please, this will only work for you if you are not innocent, if you are not guilty of that. Okay, now you write the name of the person in that particular paper, white sheet of paper with pen. Write the name of the person 7 times. Like if the person's name is anything, let me not call anybody's name, but you just write it 1 to 7. Okay, now you cut these onions into 2 parts. Right, when you cut it, you must not allow it to fall off. Just give it a mark where you can put the pepper inside. So after that, you are not going to fold the pepper, put it inside the middle of the onions. Right, now you get a pepper. You get a pepper. This recipe is very powerful, believe you me. So you get a pepper. Now put pepper inside that particular onions, that particular place you have. So you need to, maybe you get the one that is bigger than the one I'm holding, or you can as well use this type. All right, you just get a little sheet of pepper. The pepper must be white. So after that, you put the pepper. Now you get needle. When you get needle, you get a black thread. Now you're going to use it to thread back the onions that you have cut already. All right, so but let's assume you cannot thread it back, like you cannot join it with black. Just put black rope on the needle, just use it to join it together. You can leave it like that, or if you can sew it, fine. Now after that, look for black nylon or black cloth. All right, this is fight, so you don't need something that is transparent. Spiritually and physical, you need a revenge. So you get a black cloth or black nylon, tie the onions. You have put in the pepper, the name of the person, and the pepper, all right, that you have already sewed or you have already joined with the needle and thread. So put it and tie it. Now go and keep it at a safe place where no one else will touch it. All right, now this is what you are going to be doing every morning. If you wake up in the morning, first thing in the morning, before you talk to anybody, before you greet anybody, now go and get that particular onions you have dropped. Take 7 seeds of alligator, 7 pieces of alligator pepper, that is 7 seeds. Now put it in your mouth, stand barefooted. Now take that onions, call the name of the person 7 times, and said that today alligator pepper is a spirit. It does not embark in a shameful journey. That you are sending this an errand into the spiritual world, that if this land that so person, you call the name of the person, is dragging from me, if I am the rightful owner of this land, let the God of nature, let the God Almighty fight for me. Okay, let this, I'm using these items, the alligator pepper, this as a point of contact. Let that person not, you call the name of the person, may he or she not have rest until he release that which belongs to me. That is why I said you can use it for any other thing. You can use it, not only land. I'm just using land for as an example. All right, now let's assume that your own, that you don't know who is doing you, and you want to go ahead to do this recipe. You want a revenge, you want a positive result. Now when you get that plain sheet of paper, because you don't know anybody that is doing you, maybe spiritually, all right, now you write A, B, C to 10. A, B, C, D to 10. We are going back to school, so if you don't know how to write, you have to go back to school. So that is by the way. Now you write A, B, C to 10, because you know that in this life there is nobody's name that has not deal with these numbers. All right, so now you are using those numbers to represent whosoever it might be, whether you know or you don't know the person, wherever the person is, that is the number. Now the same method how I explained it, put it inside in between the 2 onions. Now you are going to continue making the prayers every morning. You wake up, 7 seeds of alligator pepper, put it in your mouth, chew it, still leave it in your mouth, and start making your prayers. Tell God, tell the universe that from today, whosoever, any man or woman born of a woman, that is the result, that is the cause of this particular situation I am, that is as a result of this thing that I'm suffering, wherever she is, wherever he is, spiritual, physically, may he or she, his body be pepperish, may everything about him be disconnected. May he or she never have peace until he or she released you, whether it's something that collected from you, whether it's holding your destiny on anything. All right, now after that, you're done making your prayers, spit that alligator pepper into 4 places. Now this is how to spit the alligator pepper. After you're done making, now at your front, you spit it every 4 corners of this earth, every 4 corners of this world, east, south, west, and north, wherever that person is, it doesn't matter. This is a spiritual thing. When the person did that to you, you was not present. It's a spiritual manipulation. It's a spiritual fight. So you yourself, you are also going to tackle it spiritually. Now you face your fear, as I said, wherever that person is, whether in the east, in the south, in the north, in the west, that alligator pepper, you spit it out. Remember, just little. All right, now you spit it out, you turn to your right, say the same thing, spit it, turn to your left, say the same thing, spit it, and turn to your right, your back, that is front, right, back, and left. Okay, that is the 4 corners of the earth. So wherever that person is, let the judgment begins. Then after you're done, you just go ahead, continue doing it for 7 days. Now when you get to 7 days, now you're going to dig a place, and bury the alligator, the onions. But let's assume you are living in a way where you cannot do it. Just look for more nylon, tie it, and just throw it in your bin, or any way you know that is safe. Okay, and watch out what is going to happen. That's why I said before even that 7 days, believe you me, if you should do this, like if you do this, you'll come back with your testimony. And like I said, please do it when you are not guilty. If you are going, somebody is taking you to court and you know that this particular thing is accusing me of I am innocent, try this recipe. If you did not win that particular thing, let me not just say, but your testimony is what I'm waiting for. But if you are guilty, I'm coming. Just tell me on the comment section. Tell me, oh, Lady P, I'm sorry, I'm guilty of this, but this, you know, our God is a merciful God. Universe is a merciful God. So there is a way you can as well do other things in order for God to fight for you. All right. So I wish I shared this one. I hope you find it helpful. If you do, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe and share, and see you in my next video. Stay blessed wherever you are.